Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to our channel where we bring you the most intriguing stories from all over the world. Make sure to subscribe for more updates. Today's story, we will meet a nurse who came to work after losing her son. We would be shocked to know what happened next. This incredible nurse became an overnight sensation due to her resilience and strength. But who is she, and how did this happen? Before we dive into the details of this touching story, please take a moment to hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you never miss any of our future uploads. And without further ado, let's get started. A few years ago, a tragic accident occurred that resulted in the death of a young man named Ryan. His mother, Lucy, was a nurse working at Mercy Medical Center in Springfield, Missouri. The accident happened on a Friday night when Ryan and his friend Ben were involved in a car crash. Despite the efforts of emergency services, Ryan succumbed to his injuries and passed away. The news of Ryan's passing spread quickly through the hospital, and everyone was deeply saddened by the loss of such a bright young man. Lucy was devastated, but she had to be strong for her family during this difficult time. She knew that she needed to be there for them and offer them the support they needed to cope with the tragedy. After the funeral, Lucy returned home feeling empty and numb. The days that followed were filled with grief and sorrow, but she knew that she couldn't stay home. She had to go back to work. On Monday morning, Lucy arrived at the hospital and clocked in for her shift. She put on her nurse's uniform and prepared to face the day. As she walked the hospital halls, people greeted her with sympathy and understanding. They knew that she was going through a tough time and tried their best to support her. But Lucy was determined to focus on her job and provide the best possible care for her patients. On that particular shift, there were 3 women who were about to give birth. Lucy didn't hesitate to step in and help out. She assisted the doctors in delivering the babies and providing the necessary care. Throughout the night, Lucy remained calm and focused, ensuring that everything went smoothly. As the first baby was born, Lucy couldn't help but feel a sense of joy mixed with sadness. It reminded her of the child she had lost, but also of the miracle of life. She worked diligently, providing comfort and support to the new mothers and their families. The second delivery was equally challenging, but Lucy's experience and quick thinking ensured that all went well. She remembered every step, every instruction, and every guideline. Demonstrating her professionalism and dedication to her craft, as the baby was born, Lucy felt a surge of emotion. The moment she felt the absence of her own son, but also the overwhelming love and gratitude for the gift of life. She knew that her son would have wanted her to be happy and to keep going. With renewed strength, Lucy moved on to the third delivery of the night. This time it was an emergency C-section. Lucy sprang into action, assisting the doctors in the procedure. She monitored the vital signs, prepared the necessary equipment, and provided emotional support to the parents. As the baby was born, Lucy felt a sense of relief wash over her. It was as if the birth of this child was a tribute to the life of her son. She thought of him as a silent observer, watching over them and guiding their hands. After the delivery, Lucy took a moment to catch her breath. She looked at the 3 newborns, each one a symbol of hope, resilience, and new beginnings. In that moment, she realized that her son would have been proud of her. He would have been amazed by the strength and grace with which she had faced each delivery. As the night wore on, Lucy continued to work tirelessly. She provided post-delivery care to the mothers and babies, ensuring their comfort and well-being. She checked their vital signs, monitored their progress, and answered any questions or concerns they might have. Lucy was not only a skilled nurse, but also a compassionate and empathetic one. She understood the fears and anxieties of new parents and made every effort to put their minds at ease. As the shift drew to a close, Lucy felt a sense of accomplishment. She had worked through her grief and provided exceptional care to her patients. She had proven to herself that she could be strong and continue moving forward. The other nurses and medical staff at the hospital were stunned by Lucy's strength and determination. They had seen her battling her emotions and still delivering top-notch care. They admired her ability to remain professional and compassionate in the face of such personal tragedy. News of Lucy's extraordinary actions spread throughout the hospital and soon reached the ears of the local media. A local news station interviewed her, and her story touched the hearts of many. People from all over the community rallied behind her, sending messages of support and admiration. Lucy became a symbol of grace and resilience, showing the world that even in the darkest moments, one can find strength in their work and the support of others. Since then, Lucy has continued to work at the hospital, providing care to countless patients. Her story serves as an inspiration to nurses and healthcare workers everywhere, reminding them of the profound impact they can have on people's lives. Lucy's act of bravery and selflessness in the face of adversity has cemented her place as a true hero. She is a shining example of how one can overcome personal tragedy and still strive to make a difference in the world. Lucy's story touched the hearts of many, and her strength and resilience inspired people from all walks of life. The support and admiration she received from the community showed the true meaning of compassion and empathy. Lucy's story reminds us that even in the darkest of times, the human spirit can shine through. Her bravery and dedication to her work serve as a beacon of hope and strength for all. And that's all for today's story. I hope you enjoyed the inspiring tale of the nurse who worked her shift after losing her son. If you liked the story, don't forget to give us a thumbs up and share it with your friends and family. We would love to hear your thoughts and comments on the story, so please feel free to drop them below. Thanks for tuning in, and see you in the next video. Imagine losing your only child. Your whole world comes crashing down, nothing else matters. All you see is your child lying lifeless in front of you. Nurses and doctors are working feverishly around you, but all you can see is your child. How do you go on living? What's the point? Those thoughts may have crossed Lucy's mind when she heard the news about her son. But when she woke up the next day, she still had to clock in for work because she was a nurse and people depended on her. But still, how could she possibly work? The answer lies in her profession. Being a nurse isn't just a job, it's a calling. It's a calling that supersedes all other priorities. When you're a nurse, you don't clock in and then leave once your shift is over. Nursing is a way of life. Nurses are on duty 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. There are always patients waiting, sometimes in critical condition. And when that happens, no one else can replace the nurse. For Lucy, it wasn't just about the paycheck. It was about fulfilling her commitment to her patients. It's the same reason why nurses continue working when they're exhausted, sick, or facing personal challenges. It's the reason why they put on a brave face and push through the toughest shifts. For some nurses, the calling is so strong that they'll do anything to avoid missing a shift. That's why it's not uncommon for nurses to come to work even when they're grieving. They understand that someone out there needs their help, and they wouldn't be able to bear the guilt of missing work when patients depend on them. Nursing is a profession that demands sacrifice. Nurses often have to put the needs of others before their own. But in Lucy's case, her sacrifice was taken to a whole new level. When she arrived at work the day after her son's funeral, she knew that she had a responsibility to her patients. She knew that they needed her, and she wouldn't let them down. As she started working, Lucy found solace in her work. She knew that her son would be proud of her. He would want her to carry on. Each time she delivered a baby, Lucy thought of her son. She imagined him smiling down at her, giving her strength to keep going. It wasn't easy for Lucy. She was grieving the loss of her son, but she knew that she had to be strong for her patients. She had to be strong for herself. And so she pushed through the pain and the grief, and she worked. When word got out about Lucy's story, people were shocked. Couldn't believe that she would be able to work after what she had gone through. But for Lucy, it wasn't a big deal. It was just doing what she was trained to do. She was just doing what she loved. Some people may think that Lucy is a superhero. But for Lucy, she's just a nurse doing her job. She doesn't need to be praised. She just wants to do what she can to help others. Lucy's story is a reminder that nurses are more than just medical professionals. They're heroes in scrubs. They're the ones who are always there for us when we need them the most. They're the ones who make the world a better place.